Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another video. This actually may be the first video of 2025. Roll the new intro! Let me know what you guys think of that intro in the comments. I personally am obsessed with it. Today, we are going to be doing another classic. This has become quite a tradition on my channel, and honestly, I love making these videos. They are so much fun for me to make. Today, we're gonna be making some coffee at home. Very specifically, some Valentine's Day coffee at home. These drinks are very heavily inspired by drinks that already existed, except I am kind of putting my own spin on them, I guess. I had so much fun making these. All of these were so yummy. Guys, I have been enjoying these all February. I don't even care that Valentine's came and went. It's over. No, I am still drinking Valentine's Day coffee. It's just so good. And who doesn't love pink coffee? Cute coffee cups. I am here for it. Anyway, if you are curious to see how to make these coffees, just keep on watching.
So for our little Valentine's Day themed drinks series, we are taking it back to an absolute classic. This is the chocolate covered strawberry. Let's call it a latte. So if you can hear the wind, I apologize. It is like crazy winds out right now and I don't know what's happening. Actually, I should use my mic. Hold on. Okay, we're gonna try this. I think it's a little too close to my mouth, so hold on. This is like the second time I'm using this microphone and I haven't edited the first video that I use this microphone with yet, so I haven't like checked levels or anything. We're kind of just going for it, whatever. Anyway, chocolate covered strawberry drink. Now, this is not a drink that I invented per se. I think it was back in 2021, Starbucks had released all of these different Valentine's Day drinks that you could order. They didn't have specific names, you just had to order like a cold brew with this syrup and this cold foam and blah blah blah. So I tried one of the drinks back in 2021. If you are interested in trying any of the drinks, this is what they were. I'm kind of going to be making a drink based on that. It's not exactly the same thing because I believe when I tried this drink in 2021, it was a cold brew drink, and the one that I am going to make and the one that I have been like making since all those drinks came out, it's more of a latte drink, so we're just gonna go with it. You can make this however you want. The original recipe is on the screen if you're interested in that, but this is how I have changed it. I try to kind of stay away from cold brew just because I don't know of a way to make decaf cold brew. If y'all know of a way, let me know. If you know of any brands that sell decaf cold brew concentrate, comment them down below because I do love cold brew, but I'm trying to not have as much caffeine. I started off my drink by brewing a blonde espresso pod in my Nespresso. It's just the Starbucks blonde roast, and I put it in the fridge to cool quite some time ago, so it definitely has to be cooled by now. And now we are going to assemble the drink. I'm really excited. Anyway, let me go get the ingredients because I haven't gotten them yet. I have now walked all the way over to my fridge, and usually that would mean that the audio is really bad, but I have the microphone, so I'm curious to know what the audio sounds like. Here is my espresso, as you can see. Cute, says love you. Love you guys, subscribe to the channel. That's funny. We are going to start off with our milk. Now, you can use any kind of milk you want. I am just going to use the 2% reduced fat, regular milk, whatever you want to call it. Any kind of milk that you like. We're going to use 1 cup. Did I spill that on the counter? I don't see any spilling. So into the milk, we are going to be adding our chocolate sauce. I like to use the Tirani sauces. I've never had a problem with these, so we're going with the dark chocolate sauce. Honestly, if you wanted to use like chocolate syrup that you would make chocolate milk with, I am all for that. I just use this one because I think this is what most coffee shops would use, and when I'm making a coffee at home, I like it to be accurate to like what I would be getting in a coffee shop. So this is the Tirani dark chocolate. It's actually really good. I've had it quite a few times. Authentic coffee house flavor. That's what I'm looking for. And I'm going to take my tablespoon, and I think we're going to do 2 tablespoons into the milk. Essentially, we're making chocolate milk. So really, actually, wait, if you wanted to just use chocolate milk instead of regular milk, you could. So now I'm just going to give this a little mix with the measuring spoon because as you can see, the chocolate sauce does stick to the spoon.
So I'm trying to get as much off as I possibly can. And now I must go clean this off because we need the tablespoon for other things. I do just want to point out that because this is a dark chocolate sauce, it's not as sweet as a milk chocolate sauce would be. So I like to use the 2 tablespoons because I really want to get the chocolate flavor into my drink. You can use any kind of chocolate that you want. You can add more or less of it. These are just the measurements that I do. So just know that if you want to like deviate from this, if you don't want as much chocolate, you could do 1 tablespoon. If you want more strawberry, you can add more of that. If you want more chocolate, you can add more of that. This is just what I do and like the general baseline of the recipe. You can make it however you really want to, and I encourage you to make it obviously to your taste and to your liking. Oh, I did spill some milk. Did I spill that on the counter? Whoopsie. So now we're gonna make the classic cold foam. I love adding cold foam to my drinks. I just think it elevates it just ever so slightly so that instead of just a regular drink, you have a more fun drink. If you agree, great. If not, I don't care. It's my drink. Anyway, so we are going to be following the same cold foam recipe that I have followed in every single video that I have made. It is always the same thing. 2 tablespoons of milk of choice, 2 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream, and then 1 tablespoon of the syrup of your choice. In this case, we're going to be using strawberry puree because we're making a strawberry cold foam to complement our chocolate coffee because this is a chocolate covered strawberry drink. So obviously we have to make strawberry cold foam. I'm going to start with my 2 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream. Then we're going to add 2 more tablespoons of the regular milk. Now we are going to take this strawberry puree. This is the same puree that I used when I made the Glinda drink, and that one had non-dairy strawberry cold foam. So we're just gonna use the same one. I got it off of Amazon. I'll link it down below if you really want. Just gonna do 1 tablespoon of this. Now, obviously the next thing we are going to do is mix it all up. Now that we have all of the pieces, we are going to assemble it. So I have these fun little heart-shaped ice cubes. I saw somebody on TikTok had heart-shaped ice cubes, but they were like conversation hearts. They're so cute. I want to get those. We're gonna take our espresso that has been cooling in the fridge and we're just gonna mix it in. We're not trying to layer anything fancy with the espresso, so you're just gonna pour it right in. We are going to top this with our cold foam. Oh, it's so gonna overflow, so I need to fix that immediately. And there we go, guys. This is awesome. So here it is. This actually looks so good. I will say, if I was going to top this drink with something, because I always like to have some kind of topping on my drinks, I just think it finishes it out. I would probably top this with the chocolate curls that I should have had on my peppermint mocha when I did that video. If you haven't checked that out, you totally so should do that, even though it's not Christmas anymore. I think that would just make such a great little finish. Back in 2021, when Starbucks was doing the drinks, I think the menu said that it was topped with holiday sprinkles. I think we should be topping this with chocolate, in my opinion, because what's better than chocolate and strawberries? More chocolate. So I think this looks great. I'm very happy with how this turned out. Now I need to try it, even though y'all already saw me sip it because it was overflowing, but now we're gonna try it for real. Before I drink this, a few things we're not gonna talk about. Number 1, this freaking thing on my nose. Don't know what it is. Don't know why it's still here. It's ridiculous. Second thing we're not gonna talk about is the fact that I still have Christmas decorations up. You can't see it because my camera's face tracking, but you can see the lights and stuff. I still have Christmas decorations up, okay? I got home from my vacation in January and was like down for the count. It was so unbelievably bad. I've never been that sick in my entire life. So anyway, let's get to the matter at hand because this looks amazing. So you guys know I gotta mix the cold foam in, okay? That's just what I do. And especially I think with a drink like this, because the flavors are 2 separate flavors that are supposed to be together in the drink. I don't wanna drink my chocolate coffee and then have strawberry cold foam left. So I'm going to try my best to mix this in. It does look pretty mixed, actually. I do wish that the cold foam was a little bit pinker, but I think if we added more strawberry, or you didn't hear it from me, but if we just like added some food coloring. But anyway, I'm like trying so hard not to spill this because I don't want to spill it, but it's probably gonna spill. Okay, let's take a sip. That is so good. Oh my gosh. I guess we'll call this like a mocha latte. I don't really know. I'll figure it out. The pairing of the strawberry with the chocolate covered strawberries are my favorite. I love them. They are so delicious. This is amazing. You don't even understand. The nice thing about this too is like, this is something that you could make all the time. Listen, I am a full believer in if you want a Christmas drink in the middle of March, make the Christmas drink. If you want pumpkin in January, Have pumpkin in January. I did. It was awesome. That's honestly one of the reasons I love having like an at-home place to make coffee like this, because I have so much freedom. I could make any drink I want whenever I want. I was just craving a pumpkin chai like 2 weeks ago, and I made it for myself because I wanted it. Honestly, if you are a chocolate covered strawberry lover, if you are a coffee lover, I highly suggest trying this drink. Even if you don't love coffee, but you want to have like a chocolate covered strawberry drink, just make chocolate milk and then put strawberry cold foam on it. No coffee in it whatsoever, and you get to have a little fun with it. If I had to rate this out of 10, I would give this 9.5 chocolate covered strawberries. And I will tell you why. I don't think there's enough chocolate in here, but the problem is as well is I don't want to load the drink up with chocolate. You know what I mean? As is, it's great. Personally, I have such a sweet tooth. I am somebody who loves chocolate, loves candy, and all of that. So for my personal preference, this is not as chocolatey as I would like it to be. You might make this and try it and be like, oh my God, this is so chocolatey. I need to cut the chocolate. And that's your personal preference. But for me, honestly, I could use some more chocolate. And I wonder if the little chocolate curls on top would be like the perfect amount of chocolate that I need. So I'll have to try that. But anyway, this was a huge success. If you guys try it, let me know. Post it on social media, tag me in it. If you make it on TikTok, if you make it on Instagram, if you just want to post a photo. I really want to get to the point where like I make one of these videos and then I have people trying it at home and tagging me in it. I think that would be so fun. I tried to level up this drink because honestly, I saw somebody on TikTok put chocolate all around their cup and make it look better. So I don't really like it I don't know. I just, instead of like pouring the chocolate into the milk and just mixing it, I actually took some of it and swirled it around the cup. It looked cool at the beginning, but like now it's kind of fading because I've mixed it so much. Felt like I would show you guys. I still don't have the chocolate curls. Someone needs to remind me this year during Christmas time that I need to get the chocolate curls because then I'll have them for February. Anyway, I just wanted to show you guys this. I don't know if this made it better or worse. Okay, so today we are going to be making a cold brew drink. I think what we're gonna do is try to make like a red velvet cold brew, and then I want to do a cold foam on top, and I think I want to make it pink, so we're gonna try that. We're gonna start here with the cold brew concentrate that I love so much. I think I've used this in like every single one of my coffee videos. This is my favorite one. We're gonna start with 4 ounces of this. When you use this, you do use a 1-to-1 ratio because it is a concentrate. We're gonna do 4 ounces of this into the cup, and then we're gonna add 4 ounces of water. This is so hard because I want it to be a red velvet drink and not a pink velvet drink. I don't want the foam to be really red. I'm gonna be using the vanilla and the red velvet syrup. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna do 1 tablespoon of the vanilla and then 1 tablespoon of the red velvet into the coffee, and then without cleaning off my spoon, because usually I'll clean off my measuring spoon because I want the cold foam to be like a pink color, I'm gonna leave the red velvet residue on the spoon. We're gonna do our usual cold foam recipe with vanilla syrup, and hopefully it'll be a nice pink color. I'm gonna put this off to the side so that I can now make my cold foam, and hopefully that much of the red velvet syrup will get into the cold foam and it'll make a nice pink foam instead of being red. I think that'll work. So we are going to do the usual recipe: 2 tablespoons whipping cream, 2 tablespoons of milk, 1 tablespoon of syrup of your choice. And see how there's just a tinge of pink down here? That's what I want. And I'm going to mix up the cold foam. Oh my God, I forgot to make ice yesterday. One of the problems of not having an ice machine, I have to make ice by hand, and I forgot to make some yesterday because honestly, I woke up this morning on a whim and decided to film this video. My milk is gonna expire in like 2 days, and I was saving it to film this video because I needed the milk for the cold foam, and I forgot to make ice because I usually don't film the morning when I go to work, and I have work today. That's so annoying. All right, we have it here. Okay, wait, I'm gonna be honest with you. You couldn't see the red velvetness of this before because
the coffee was black and the red velvet obviously blended right in. But when you mix in the milk, look, it's like a really good red velvet color. The cold foam does look white, but that's okay. The cold foam has the most subtle little tinge of pink, and I am okay with that. I almost want something to like sprinkle on top, but what would I sprinkle on top? Let's taste it, because that's what we need to do. So like I said, I don't normally film the mornings that I'm going to work. I'm dressed and ready for work. Here we have our red velvet cold brew. I am so mad that I didn't have any ice today. My drink literally feels empty without ice. 1 like equals 1 prayer. Like this video, and maybe I'll get like an ice maker. A nugget ice maker. Oh my gosh, that would up the level of my coffee game. I guarantee it. It's good. You know what? This specific cold brew always tastes like chocolatey to me. I don't know why, honestly, but perhaps that's a thing. I don't know if it's like the roast of the coffee or whatever, but it always kind of tastes chocolatey to me. I'm not tasting a lot of like flavor with this. I only did 1 tablespoon of the red velvet syrup. So I don't know, maybe if I had switched and did 2 tablespoons of red velvet syrup in the coffee, perhaps it would have tasted more like red velvet. I'll have to try that out. I made a few cold brew drinks on my channel. If you haven't seen those, you should go check those out. I'll link all of my coffee videos down below. Honestly, I think it has to do with the fact that I only used 1 tablespoon of red velvet syrup and not 2. You could tell that it's kind of red, but it's also very much brown. So I wonder if we do 2 tablespoons, if that will make the correct red velvet color. Probably give this version of it like a 2. It's good. I'm gonna drink it. However, it is not what I wanted it to be. Honestly, this was the only recipe that I didn't try beforehand, and now I wish I did. But let's skip to the next day and see what it looks like with 2 tablespoons of red velvet syrup. Cheers. Okay, so I remade it, and it looks so much better this way. So instead of doing 1 tablespoon of vanilla and 1 tablespoon of red velvet syrup in the coffee part, I actually did 2 tablespoons of red velvet in the coffee and then 1 tablespoon of vanilla in the cold foam. It looks so much better. Definitely do 2 tablespoons of red velvet in the coffee and then 1 tablespoon of vanilla in the syrup. And look, I remembered ice this time. You can't really see it, but I remembered my heart-shaped ice because I actually remembered to make it. We're going to be trying to recreate one of my absolute favorite, I guess we'll consider this a Valentine's Day drink. I think it was only technically a winter drink, but we are going to recreate the pink velvet macchiato, which Dunkin' this year has taken away. And it makes me so depressed because it was literally my favorite thing in the entire world. So now I have to resort to recreating it myself. I am not a barista by any means, so the techniques that I use might not be correct, but this is just how I am choosing to make it. I brewed my 2 shots of espresso. I have tried this drink before with 1 shot of espresso. Today I decided to do 2 just because the first time I did it, it looked fine, but I wanted more of the contrast of coffee versus milk in this drink. Literally just for visuals, not for like taste or anything. So I did double the espresso today. Look at how cute this little mug is too. So I did 2 shots of blonde espresso this morning and I left it to cool in my fridge. So I'm gonna move that off to the side for now. We're gonna work on the milk. Here I have 1 cup of milk. I have red velvet syrup. I'm gonna be honest with you, this syrup I don't love. I'm gonna have to try some more red velvet syrups to see if any of them have more of a like red velvet cake flavor. And then I also am going to be adding some vanilla syrup just to add to the flavor of this coffee. I believe the first time I got the pink velvet macchiato, they said it was supposed to be a vanilla flavored drink. So that's why I'll be using the vanilla flavor. I am also curious to maybe get like a cake batter flavored syrup and maybe try that with the red velvet syrup. I don't know. This is so irrelevant. If you guys have any good suggestions for a red velvet syrup, let me know. I'm currently using the Ceruvia syrup. I have here 1 cup of milk measured out. I only measured this out yesterday because I wasn't sure if I would have enough. Yesterday when I made my coffee, I measured out a cup of it first and put it to the side for today because I knew I was going to film this video today. I ended up having enough, in case you were all wondering. Thank you so much for being concerned, but that is why this is in a different container. But this is just regular milk. I'm sure you could use any milk you want. It's really up to your discretion because the thing is that some milks make the drink taste better and sometimes the milk doesn't taste better. I think for Dunkin', they just used regular 2% milk, so that's what I'm gonna be doing. You can try any different milk that you want, see which milks you enjoy in this drink. Let's get into it. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do 1 tablespoon red velvet and 2 tablespoons vanilla because I want more of a vanilla flavor and I don't want the milk to become too red. When I did the 1 tablespoon of red velvet syrup, it seemed to make the milk a very good shade of pink instead of the first time I had tried it where it made it like red. So we're gonna do 1 tablespoon of red velvet syrup and 2 tablespoons of vanilla. We are going to move that aside. We're gonna grab our cute little glass. Today I'm gonna be using this one from Anthropologie. It's got a bunch of little lips on it, very cute. Okay, so I'm gonna take my milk. We're gonna pour that in. Now I'm going to add some ice. I actually don't know how much of the coffee is gonna take up the rest of this cup. So I'm gonna err on the side of less ice than I would normally. And I also do have little heart-shaped ice. So I am gonna put some of that in as well. That could be a mistake. We're going to take the espresso that we brewed this morning. I'm just gonna wing it and I'm just gonna pour it on top and hope for the best. Okay, that worked out really well, but also a little terrifyingly full, and I'm spilling it everywhere. Oh my goodness. I can't even get over how cute this is. This looks amazing. Absolutely incredible. Look at the color. Like, are you kidding me? That's literally the perfect pink velvet macchiato. The saddest part about making a pink velvet macchiato is the fact that you have to mix it. I don't care what anybody says, but I'm gonna mix my macchiatos. I'm not gonna drink all of the espresso and then just have milk left. Maybe I just like the aesthetic of it and then I don't care. Sad. Look how cool it looks. I'm also trying really hard not to spill any of it. Did I just spill some? This is it. This is, guys, I wish Dunkin' would bring this drink back because it is literally my favorite Dunkin' drink to ever exist, okay? Who doesn't want pink coffee all the time? I think it's delicious. It's just so pretty. It was way prettier before. Let's go back and remember how pretty this coffee was before I mixed it. R.I.P. Pink Velvet Macchiato from Dunkin'. You will be missed. But you won't be missed if I could just make this at home. And that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. Subscribe to my channel if you would like to see more content like that. If you would like to see more of my face, also be sure to ring that bell so you can be notified of every time I post a new video. Of course, I want to keep the tradition going on my channel. I have one coffee drink that I'm planning on making for the St. Patrick's Day season. But I only have one drink for St. Patrick's Day, so I don't know if I will just make a one drink video or perhaps I will attempt to come up with my own drink recipes. I don't know. If you guys have any St. Patrick's Day inspired coffee recipes that I should check out and possibly recreate, comment them down below. Tag me on social media. I am very interested. I love to expand my coffee making skills and I love knowing how to make a lot of different drinks because then I can just make it whenever I'm feeling like having it. Be sure to also go follow me on Instagram and on TikTok. Usually when I make a coffee video, I do make short form content for each singular drink and I will post that on my Instagram Reels or on my TikTok account. So definitely go follow me if you want just short form content of coffee making as well. But yeah, I think that's it. I hope you guys are having an amazing day and I will see you next time with another video. Bye-bye.